everyone, it's Luke here and welcome back to another episode of Hot Hatch Head2Head. The way that this video is going to work actually is going to be right in the middle of all my road trip content. It's just going to kind of break things up a bit. I'm not sure when exactly it's going to be uploaded, but if you're wondering why it's kind of plonked in the middle of it, and that is why. This is filmed literally just a couple of hours before I leave for the trip. So I'm all very excited, last minute filming and all that. I'm hoping that the wind is not going to affect the audio because it's quite a windy day today and we're quite in an open area as always. But either way, I'm joined today by John. Hello. And his Mini JCW. The first time I've had a Mini on the channel. So as always, I'll hand you over to you, run around the car and then we'll crack straight on with the episode.
Hi there, so this is my 2018 Mini Hatch 3-door John Cooper Works, quite a mouthful, LCI edition. So they made some quick changes to the front, slight different with the kind of halo, daylight running lights, newer badge style which has gone back to the older one where it's separating and such like that. It's got a few external modifications. I guess we'll start at the front. So it's got some of the JCW Pro Kit which just gives it a little bit more aggressive here on the front kind of splitter area. As we come on round, it's got these kind of outrageous 18-inch cap alloys which miss the brake.
Yeah, we're having a look at that off camera. Look how close that is.
So they're especially designed in that way and they stick out outrageously so they fit around the brake disc.
I always wondered why that was, you know.
Yeah, and they add this little bit of plastic so it obviously covers all legality.
Yeah.
We'll come around, it's got some of the John Cooper work. So this colour's an interesting one, it's called Emerald Grey. It's new for the LCI models, and all these accents are what they call chili red, which is just like a bright red.
It's a very funky spec. I like it.
I mean, it's subtle compared to yours, but actually it's quite loud.
Don't know what you're on about.
Only a couple of, it's stock engine wise, so running about 231 brake. Couple of external mods in terms of just covering up some of the previous owners' interesting taste, and just some tin speakers, privacy, etc.
Yep.
As we move inside, quite a nice spec inside, so it's got what's called Mini Yaws leather, so quite nice bucketed leather. The new 8-speed that they've started to put in it, so sports auto transmission, Apple CarPlay and all that type of thing. It always a little bit of Fight Pilot. It always feels a little bit special when you press the start stop, which is just like a funny little toggle at the bottom.
Yeah, look at that in the middle there.
So quite a nice spec inside.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
As we come on around to the back, so you've got the sports aerial but nothing special. The new Union Jack lights.
I love these.
Yeah, so they're all LED, you get the brake down there, the indicator there and such. Quite fancy,
so cool.
Quite fancy. And then yeah, the pre-particle filtered exhaust, which is still pops and bangs a little bit, and apparently it's going to get ruined with the new models later this year.
Yeah, and that's completely stock, is it?
Yeah, completely stock. Completely stock. So it's got
wind.
a resonator because I care about the environment. Haven't got rid of it yet. So normally John Cooper Works comes with a spoiler. It's got a couple more pro bits on, so these little extenders because you need all the downforce possible on a front wheel drive car. And then it's got the massive, what we call a GP diffuser in the Mini world. So
yeah, look how much that sticks out.
Challenge.
That's bonkers, actually.
It's like you have parking sensors and then you have that little buffer of plastic. Just
yeah, that's true, actually. The parking sensor should be kind of like on the diffuser.
When I'm parking up, I'm a little bit worried about what it's actually, whether it's doing that or
they must have to be extra sensitive because that's like an extra couple of inches.
Yeah, that's it. So all badges and such removed. It has what's called piano black exterior. I'll just get the John Cooper Works. So all of this is the piano black stuff and piano background, the lights. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, no mate, it looks stunning. So now that we know a little bit more about the Mini, we can crack straight on into round one, which is sound. Now sound is split up into 3 subsections: startup, some revs and a flyby. And of course, a 45 going past. Pretty funky. Now as always, I measure this with my decibel meter. So I don't know, should we start off with the Mini? Let's do it.
Sounds good.
close was that startup? We just had a look through the footage. I don't know if you guys actually noticed, but I think yours was 86.7?
7.6, something like that.
Mine is 86.9.
That was my one.
yeah. So I just slightly clipped that one, and then I think, did I get the revs as well?
I would think so. Yeah, it felt like it on my leg. Yeah.
I think you were about 100, and then I had one very big bang.
Yeah.
On that, which I probably think
it was a day to pull the bonus.
Just very lucky little crack there. But just to finish off this round, do a couple of flybys, and ultimately I've won that round because it's best of 3. But as always, whenever this situation happens, we can't not do the flybys.
Let's see whose car farts the loudest.
Exactly. Farting competition. Let's do it. Moving on to round 2, which is power to weight ratio. A very simple round, arguably quite a pointless round from the guys saying in the comments in the past, but basically very simple format. We both just say the curb weight of each car, brake horsepower of each car, and then obviously the power to weight ratio. So the curb weight of the Golf R, being four-wheel drive, I expect this to be a little bit heavier than yours. 1483 kilograms.
Okay.
Yours?
Yeah, it's mine with a couple of passengers. So the JCW 1255 curb weight.
That's nothing, is it?
Yeah, it's so light.
That's really light, which, being obviously your car has slightly lower brake horsepower, I expect because it's lighter, it's going to even up a little bit.
It's going to be similar, I think.
Brake horsepower for mine, stock 310, as you guys know. It's been the same for all episodes. Yours?
231 stock.
231. Okay, so there's a bit of a difference, but like I said, because of the weight, might be a little bit in that as well. So the power to weight ratio for the Golf R therefore is 209.2.
So for the JCW, 184.
184.
Eco-friendly.
Eco-friendly. But to be fair, because there's what, like 80 horsepower difference?
Yeah, in real life it's interesting,
much,
isn't it?
really. But either way, I'll take a win. Another one. So, round 3 of the challenge, which is, of course, 0 to 60, or in this case, launch controls, because both cars have launch control. However, there is a slight little plot twist, because you've never used launch control on this, so
no,
we've had to do a little Google. we think we know what we're doing now. So let's get up into place. We have the Draggy, of course, the latest addition to this series. I'm going to pop that down in the centre console somewhere. That's all set up. And then I guess come to a stop around here.
Let's go for it.
And then trying to figure out this launch.
So, in theory, according to forums and Google, which are always super reliable for putting your car in a bush, we're going to go across into sports manual. We're going to left foot brake.
Yep.
Traction control off.
Yep.
Yep, still says that.
Sport mode on.
Sport mode still on. Yep.
Still on.
Just get a bit of sports display just for fun. Bury the right foot. Wait for checker flag, see what happens.
And then we fly.
Seatbelt on?
I'm braced. Are you braced? You're probably quite scared for this thing.
Right, let's do it.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, underway. So obviously this is front wheel drive.
Yep.
But
and there we are.
It goes, you know.
It does.
It goes. It's 231.
231 brake, yeah.
And that does push you back. You probably saw us in our seats here. How was that? First time using launch control?
Yeah, actually, traction not bad. Doesn't feel too different actually to just race on the motorway.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, as I was saying to you, kind of off camera, Minis are often known for the way they pull away just once they're moving. But
sure, yeah, that's something which I think I should probably introduce to the challenge.
Yeah, it's
like kind of like 30 mile an hour and then go.
I guess we'll wait and see when the results come.
Yeah, right. So let's. Do you want to whiz it round here?
Yeah.
And then we'll have a look. Okay, so we have a time on the board, which is 6 seconds 31. which isn't too bad. If you suppose that's the first time you've done launch control, so you don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, for a front-wheel drive car, 231 brake horsepower, that's not too bad at all.
No, I mean, I guess I expected better, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously, launch controls and standing starts and 0 to 60s rely on so many different variables. Yeah. We did spin a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. It does go, it really does go.
It's like, we're about to make a friend.
It's a fun little car though. It's a really fun little car.
It is awesome. It's funky, isn't it? That's a very old person word.
Yeah, it's a mini, isn't it? It's a mini. Anyway, it's Golf R time. Should we swap over there and see what happens? Right, your first time in a Golf R?
First time in a 7.5 actually, and a Golf R.
Interesting. Okay, so we'll pull up to the same place as what we did yours. Fairly simple and similar thing which you got to do. So we'll hold the ESC button, and then now we pretty much got both bury both feet.
Yep.
And hope for the best. So
I'll hold on.
When you're ready.
Right, let's do it.
Let's do it. That was a good launch. There we go.
There is no spin there, was it? That was a great launch.
It's just the instant surge, it just makes you laugh.
Oh my god, it's like being back in Florida on the flipping rides. Oh mate, if anyone's been on the Aerosmith ride, yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's a bit nuts, isn't it, for a Golf?
Oh, it's awesome though, right? That sleeper aspect, maybe not in bright green, but the sleeper aspect of it is just what makes it special, isn't it? How did that feel? Did it feel fast compared to normal?
That was a good launch. Very good launch.
Oh, there's a tractor coming the other.
Oh crikey. Real problems. Right, I'll tell you what, we'll pull up in a minute once we've got past this tractor, and then we shall review the times. Okay then, let's just pull up in here. I missed that massive puddle. It's alright. Right. Okay, so actually, before we get into the results, let's just make a little, well, let's address something. Obviously, these two cars are completely different. They're both hot hatches, four-wheel drive, front-wheel drive. Yep. They're both at different power bands, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the aim of this series, as I'm sure you'll guess by this stage, is just compare every hot hatch, be it the Golf R, the RS3, which I did recently, or the JCW. So, I mean, I think both you and I know.
Yeah, I guess one of the things is when people are looking to buy one, right, they're similar price brackets by the time you spec that to the silly spec it is.
Exactly.
It's a car someone's going to look at both days, right?
And you see those other reviews and comparisons online. They're amazing, they're arguably better than mine, but this is like an owner's perspective at it, and that's what I'm trying to go for.
And it's good fun.
Yeah, it is, a lot of fun. So, we got, oh crikey, we got a 4.4 to 60 on that.
It felt 4.4, didn't it?
Yeah, so we got from 0 to 30 mile an hour in 1.7 seconds.
Useful. Day to day.
Very useful. Thanks, Draggy. But anyway, yeah, like we said, I mean, what are you going to expect when you get a front-wheel drive car with a four-wheel drive car? But arguably, a lot of fun.
1 point your way.
Now I think this round, which is the fuel economy, is where your car is going to shine, because you have 8 gears.
8 gears, yeah.
I mean, I thought I had a lot of gears with 7. And obviously the general rule is the more gears you have, the better fuel economy you have, right? Obviously we've both just done launch control. Yeah. Yeah, pretty simple round really, as you guys know. I'm sure you guys know by this stage if you've been tuning into all the episodes. Hop into both cars, have a look through the computers and see which one has the better fuel economy. JCW first.
So, I might have to turn them on to make it play ball.
Turn it up. It does sound good on the start, doesn't it?
Not loud enough though. So we'll go on this one, if that works, just because it's kicking off, because the door's open. If I scroll on down, it'll give me a few options. Onboard computer, 33 at the moment. 33 mpg! I don't think your car's ever counted that high, has it?
Oi! 33 mpg and we've just done launch control.
So that's from about 50 miles today, travelling here, and then but the last half an hour has certainly not been casual, has it?
No. 33 mpg, yeah, there's a very low chance that is going to beat that.
Let's see what happens.
Let's do it. Okay, over into the Golf R now, and well, my fuel's taken a little bit of a battering from the old launch control. Need to fill that up pretty soon. Anyway, let's have a look. So, we do average consumption. Was yours since refueling?
Today, so I fueled it yesterday and we're talking about from the 50 miles today.
Okay, so I think that'll be long term, wouldn't it? So, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good for
It's
for
still
what
not
we've
too
been doing,
bad.
so,
27.6, but there's no stopping that JCW.
What's the engine in this 2-litre turbo?
2-litre turbo,
It's
yeah.
interesting, right? Both 2-litre turbos,
Yeah.
but just shows how one engine can be spec'd so differently.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
sure. I mean, I'm sure if this had an 8th gear, then it would probably be
Yeah.
a little bit closer.
I haven't got one spare, sorry.
But the first win for the JCW.
Yes!
So the final challenge of today's video is the viewer's choice, the opinions of you guys. Now, right at the beginning of starting filming today, I put a poll on my Instagram for you guys to choose whether you'd like the Golf R or the JCW, and obviously I haven't looked at that. Since we put it up there, it's probably been about 2 hours, 2.5 hours since that post has gone live. So I'm on my Instagram now. Okay. Interesting.
I don't like that smile.
Okay, so the Golf R, 84 votes, and the JCW, 37.
Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought.
You know, I thought there was going to be more love for the JCW.
Did you?
Yeah. But, I can't complain. I've taken the W. Anyway, that is going to round up today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. John, thank you so much for coming along. I love that car. First time I've been in a JCW, and hopefully it's not my last. Super cool bit of kit. And with the GP3, like we were speaking off camera, coming up soon, that should be quite interesting. And I think Mr. Petrolped it has one on order. So I think once that one arrives, we should sort something out. But anyway, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe for all the adventures still to come.